My name is Michael Weiss. I am a German citizen. I have a UEFA Pro license. I'm a Master of Sports Science also from the university in Mainz. And I have been quite experienced in Asia. I worked in China with the Olympic team and as a national team coach in the Philippines and Mongolia. And I played against Laos already several times, so probably my reputation is quite okay in the region. And then we got in contact when the job ad came up, and so it was quite fast decided then on both sides. So now I'm here. Well, at the time when I came to the Philippines, it was practically start from ground zero, more or less. They had assembled a few overseas players, mainly from England, to play in the Suzuki Cup 2010, and they had a great run at the time. They reached the semi-final, but observed that the coach wasn't up to the standard, obviously, so they brought me in, and then we started like a small miracle story. I invited many people from overseas of Philippine mixed heritage, from Germany, from Holland, from Denmark, from all over Europe and America. And then we created a very strong team in the 3 years that I was there. We set several milestones, and also in the ranking from 198, I think, to 125 when I left. So it was a quite successful story. I'm always studying about the teams in Asia and in the EAFF region. I'm looking into possible job openings. I'm looking into the development in the respective countries. And I also observed Laos. Actually, I have a mentor from Singapore who I'm very close with. And he told me many things about Laos. And I knew that Sunbram is here, and he had an assistant with him, and they were very good in youth development. I was quite surprised that the young coach, or not so young coach anymore, had been appointed the head coach for the Suzuki Cup. And that was an internal decision. Things didn't go well, so the federation decided to change the coach, and obviously because of my profile I was interesting for them. I think Laos in general is a smaller nation in the Asian, and recently also because of COVID couldn't perform so well. But what attracted me most was the youth players coming in from the under 19 who qualified in Taiwan for the AFC under 20, I think, and then the performance I watched very closely in Mongolia of the under 23, which was good. So I think my main point is always to promote and nurture young players into the top team. So this is my main target objective coming into Laos. Well, I think regardless of the German culture, discipline and mentality, which I also want to instill in the team, I think it is important to look what is needed in Laos for me, and what is needed is a change of mentality. What is needed is a more proactive behavior on the pitch. What is needed is more intensity, aggressivity in and off the pitch and in the game particularly. And what is needed is game experience and international exposure. By this, I will be very positive that in two to 3 years of time, we will be able to see a significant change. Well, first of all, it's not the national team, it's the under 23. And we are now in my first block of preparation for the SEA Games in May in Hanoi, in Vietnam. So, but anyway, I mean, I would want to promote as many players from this group as possible. So what we do is we do hard trainings, you know. We are running a lot because they are weak in running. We try to make them stronger from the mentality, and we try to play different kind of football. So far, the idea was, from my point of view, to sit back a little bit too deep and not actively participate in the game. So I want to introduce a little bit different brand of football for the people, more entertaining. On a clear and direct note, if I may say, if you lose games, you can lose games, but at least you are entertaining. This is my idea. Of course, with the process, I want them to become more confident and creating goal chances. We had already very nice impressions from the players in the training, so I hope they can transform that in the game too. So I know it's a difficult process, and I know I cannot change this overnight, so a little bit time is required, but by the end of the year in Suzuki Cup, I'm positive to see different mentality, different way of playing, and all the factors that determine football performance improving. The main difference is the physicality, because the Mongolians live in very harsh conditions. 5 months you cannot train, but still they are ready to even when the cold starts, to go out at 1 o'clock and train hard. Even they can't breathe properly. They are a little bit more resilient in this moment. But the technique is much better here. So I have to bring the ideas from Mongolia and bring them into here. Well, Laos recently beat Mongolia, but it was the second team. I told the coaching staff many good players were missing, but never mind. I mean, to win in Mongolia for Laos is a good result, and I think the group is talented here. So I want to give them the additional extras needed as far as mentality, physicality is concerned. I think they can be really okay now. My goal mainly is to gel with the team better, to get to know the team better, and to see the team in real competition. Because training and competition and game with stress and with high pressure or whatever against strong teams is a different thing. So after that tournament, I will know who I can rely on and areas where improvement is strongly needed. Yeah, of course, we want to win every game. We want to win the final. But whether it's realistic or not, we will see in the tournament. We will prepare as much as we can in the given COVID pandemic scenario, which is difficult enough. And but the other teams also is not everything sunshine, you know. So we have the camp, we have food, we have a dormitory. The players are well taken care of. So I cannot complain at all here in Laos about the preparation. Just I wished I had more friendly games, but it's not possible. We have just local domestic opposition in Champasak from next week on, and then that should be it. But I think we will be properly prepared. Well, to be honest, I find it a little bit awkward. I wouldn't want to say it speaks a little bit of arrogance from these respective teams, but obviously they want to give younger age groups some exposure. But I cannot, how can I say, dwell too much on that. This is their part. But then the federations in the future should discuss whether it's not better to make an under-20 tournament or something like this, to give really young age groups some exposure. Regardless, we have 3 games, hopefully more, and that is important as far as the SEA Games are concerned. And the SEA Games is the ultimate target.